here we go. Today we're going to make a video to tell you all about what it's like to be as part of the Headstogether team.
Hi, my name is Alice Stevens and I'm an HR administrator with Headstogether. There is a lot of communication, so as soon as you apply you will be notified that we have receipt of your application. Unlike a lot of different organisations, you won't be ignored, you won't get ghosted.
I'm Shauna Devlin, I'm HR consultant at Headstogether. Sorry, how do I start? Having recently joined Headstogether, I found the interview process really straightforward. It was separated into two parts. The first part was a CV discussion where I had the opportunity to talk through my experience and ask questions about what the role would entail to make sure it aligned with what I was looking for. Then I was successful in reaching the stage 2 of the interview process, which was an unseen assessment. I was given scenarios that I had time to prepare a response to, and then I had to present my advice during the interview.
So joining the Headstogether team was a really seamless process. I've lost my voice. You have a unique induction process relevant to you and your role.
Hi, I'm Janice Elliott Wilson. I'm an HR consultant at Headstogether and I've worked here for 7 months. So my induction process at Headstogether was a 4-week plan. I knew exactly what I was going to do in advance, and it involved getting to know my colleagues, shadowing other consultants, getting to meet clients and just getting to know the business in general.
My name is Hannah Smith. I am HR administrator with Headstogether and I've been in the business for 8 months. The thing that surprised me most about working at Headstogether is there's so much knowledge in the room and how much I can learn from all my colleagues every day. I come from a recruitment background, so if you've never worked in HR before, don't be put off. There's so much scope for development. I am managing our training planner, I'm delivering training now, I'm learning across all the consultants, and I'm also starting my CIPD next month.
My name is Catherine Archibald and I am a HR consultant at Headstogether. The culture is very much about collaboration and support. If there is an area you're working on and you think, oh, I'd like to get some input from somebody else, and we'd simply lift our head and say, can I ask the audience? Everybody is there ready and willing to help.
The culture here at Headstogether is fantastic. It's something that's really important to me and something that attracted me to the role in the first place.
So before I joined Headstogether, I tried to find out some information on the company online. So I went onto the company website and came across their recruitment video, and now we're making a new one. So the video itself gave me a real sense of the culture that we have here at Headstogether and the camaraderie that the people that work here really have. Whether you need advice or support, you know, you might be working alone on something, but there's always people here to answer any questions or to help out wherever you need it.
We have an annual team away day, so we just had ours recently and we were able to do some quite fun activities like archery. So that was interesting doing archery, very pregnant, but very good fun.
One of the things I like about working here the most is actually working with my colleagues. In the 7 months I've been here, I've actually made some really good friendships, and it's just lovely to come into work every day and work with your friends.
My development here at Headstogether has been phenomenal. I have been able to develop my skills and my knowledge in other areas that I've never had an opportunity to work in before. Our directors are very keen to help and support us to develop in some of those newer areas, develop our skills, and also the variety of clients that we work with really help us enhance that too.
Now at Headstogether, I'm working with a range of different clients, different organisations with different policies and procedures. I've learned more within the past year than all my roles put together. Is that okay?
When I started in Headstogether, I started as an advisor and they have really nurtured my talent.
In my first week, I was able to attend the CIPD conference happening in Belfast with one of our senior consultants, and that was a really great opportunity because I'd never been able to attend one before.
Oh, hold on. Well, how do you start this? So one of the areas where I have been able to develop my skill set in Heads Together is around designing and delivering training. So since joining Heads Together, I've delivered quite a number of pieces of bespoke training courses for clients. So that might involve absence management, performance management, and recruitment and selection training. So I've really enjoyed this part of my role.
So the work-life balance at Heads Together is really good. There's fully flexible start and finish times. They're flexible with where you work. You can be in the office, you can be at home, you can be out in site. You're just really trusted that you're getting on with your work regardless where you're working from. Next week I'm due to get my bathroom done, and I've been able to arrange my own diary to suit me being at home a couple of days just to keep an eye on the toddlers.
I am actually currently on my maternity leave. It's my first week pre-baby. Can I say, I really wanted to come in today to video this. They have been so flexible and so accommodating with me ever since I've arrived, and it's something that I really value.
Work-life balance is so important to all of us these days. We did hybrid working before hybrid working was a thing.
My job satisfaction comes from the fact that I can have a challenging career and still balance my family life. We don't really have a typical day. It changes all of the time. It could be a mixture of things between meetings or training on any given day.
A typical day for me in the office might start by making everyone a round of tea. Then I might have an investigation meeting, followed by a query that I have to respond to from a retained client. As a relative new start, I find it really beneficial that we have a Monday morning meeting that everyone is asked to attend in person if possible. I find it really beneficial because the group all discusses what work is coming up, what work they have on that week, and if anyone is at overcapacity, then that work is shared amongst the rest of the group.
Remind me again what the question was. My previous HR roles, I would have been in-house, and that type of work is very structured. It was the same type of work that you were doing a lot of the time.
We can be out delivering training for a public sector client one day, having a one-to-one consultation with a small private client the next day.
Recently I've completed policy reviews for a finance company, and last week I was conducting interviews for a client in the charity sector.
One of the things that surprised me the most when I started here at Heads Together was the breadth of prestigious clients that we work for. There's private sector clients, huge amount of public sector clients, and the charitable sector.
People can sometimes think that HR consultancy is about working inside a call centre. We're not like that. We prioritise our clients face-to-face, one-to-one, specialised and tailored support.
Rewarding.
Dynamic.
Experts.
Flexible.
Exciting.
So what would I say to someone thinking about joining Heads Together? I would say watch this video and make sure you can make a good cup of tea.
So for anyone thinking about joining Heads Together, I'd say just go for it.
If you want to provide practical HR solutions, get involved in the real HR work, not get distractions. This is the place to be. Come and join us.
Other words.
The thing that surprised me the most, one of them.
No, that didn't sound right.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Nervous?
My baby brain's gone.